Hey guys, I didn't know the easiest way to get this all out, so I decided to write a letter. A letter to those of you living in your happiest moments of life and those of you going through what feels like the most impossible days of your life. We live in a world where we're focused so much on sharing the good, the perfect moments, the things that make us all smile. I'm guilty of it. For the past 2 years, I've been living some of my greatest moments, and I've been privileged to share some of them with all of you. But the truth is that I've also been living in my darkest moments too. It isn't always the happiest days of our lives. In fact, sometimes it feels like the world is crashing down, but we hold on to that, keep it inside, and go on with sharing the good. We seem to be so afraid to take off our masks and get real with one another. Even when we choose to get real, it isn't really until we share our deepest struggles that we become relatable to one another. Today I'm writing this to you because I know I was given one of the hardest things I've ever experienced for a reason. I was given the struggle to make a difference. I want to bring light to this social media driven world we live in. The reels of everybody's great moments shared, everything so perfect and happy all the time. I'm tired of holding on to the secret, and it feels like it's my time to become one of the most vulnerable I have ever been. I've swayed back and forth over 1,000,000 times on whether or not I wanted to share it. I guess I've been holding back for a number of reasons, because some things just feel too personal, but mostly I just wasn't ready. I've hated for that the whole time you've known Convey the Moment, I've been struggling in silence. I'm sure some of you have guessed by now. I'm not writing you this to make you feel sorry for me. In fact, my wish is the absolute opposite. I want to bring light to the fact that everyone, no matter how big or small, is going through something. We live in such a cruel world where our hearts have become so hardened. We are intolerant, impatient, jealous, and uneasy. Today I plan to make a difference, even if it's just one person. To everyone who is suffering around the world in the midst of so many blessings, I want to say that it's okay to not be okay. I wanted to write this before I knew what was going to happen, before I actually had any answers to those heart-wrenching worries that have been consuming me for so long. For the past 2 and some years, Tim and I have been struggling with infertility. Unless you've experienced this exact problem, I'm not sure you'll ever know just how awful these past 2 years have been on the both of us. But the truth is that we don't have to go through the exact same thing to be compassionate towards one another. If we could only open our eyes, put our ego and pride aside, and just live a little kinder. Everyone always asks me what made me start my blog, and I was never able to answer honestly. What was I supposed to say? I started to Convey the Moment to fill in the time until I got where I wanted to be. Well, the truth is that I don't know if I'll ever have what I really want. But I know that I can't put my life on hold just getting by in the meantime. Life is so precious, and I've just been letting it pass me by. There have been days where I would be curled up in a ball on the bathroom floor crying for hours and hours, and yet you would have had no idea. My heart so broken. Nights where I would yell at the top of my lungs, confused of his reasoning. I have learned so much about myself in these past 2 years. I've learned patience, determination, hope, faith, what it means to be so deep in love, have everything you would possibly need in this world, and still feel a void. I've learned how to be sincerely happy for others, even in your darkest moments. To let go of things that do not matter. I have learned forgiveness towards myself and to others, but most importantly, I've learned to live, to cherish the littlest things and be so grateful for all the blessings that I do have. Though this never lessened my pain, it helped me find joy in such a long, awful process. I feel like I was a patient person before this, but it wasn't until infertility until I really understood what it means to be truly patient. You wait to get into your doctor, and then you wait to see the specialist, and you wait for more appointments, and then you wait for the day to start the fertility meds, and then you wait for the ultrasounds, and then you wait in the waiting room, and then you wait for your period. every single month. If you're struggling with infertility like us, you aren't alone. This condition is no different than a diagnosis of diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis. Yet it seems to be so much shame surrounding it. This is a diagnosis we seem to struggle with in silence. I think in writing this letter to you today, I wanted to open our eyes together to the power of deceit and how our words are forever so powerful. And you do have the power to either better or worsen somebody's day. Let us all remember that. Where comments have been made to me saying how unrelatable I was because I didn't have kids and I could sit in bed for hours on end enjoying my warm cup of coffee. The hours I spent crying on that comment alone, what I would give to drink a cold cup of coffee and have absolutely zero time to myself. If you know someone who is going through infertility, my advice for you is to offer them your love every single chance you get. I think people around me struggle to be fully there for me because they are afraid of making me hurt more than I already do. The truth is that there isn't much else that could make me hurt more than this. Timothy, my gosh, you are my hero. Every single day, you show me what it's like to believe in something so strongly. You hold me, look me in the eyes, and tell me it's all going to be okay, even though I can't imagine that for even a second. When I'm physically broken laying on the ground, you scoop me up in your arms and help me make it through yet another day. More than anything, I admire you for your strength in this all. This journey together has brought us closer than I ever thought possible. You've shown me unconditional love some can only dream of. I admire you for your ability to love me at my darkest ever, my absolute worst. I can't imagine how hard it must be some days, when it feels impossible to even love myself, but you pick me up and remind me how blessed we really are. We are healthy despite our struggles. We have each other, food, a roof over our heads, a family who loves us. You remind me of my own strength and courage. We are so blessed. Though I may never truly understand why this has come my way, though it may feel so unfair and have caused me so much pain, I have no reason to need or understand why. It isn't in my power. But I know that I have to accept what is and make the very best of it. Today I'm going to embrace my journey and my struggles and my real life.
Say hi to our future child.